What's going on, guys? It's Winter Soldier, and today I'm going to bring you your 7.1 Marksmanship Hunter Guide. And you might be thinking to yourself, Winter, nothing's really changed for hunters in the last patch. And I agree with you, but the reason for this video is to go over a better opener and talk about the new potion. I'll go over all the stuff you need to know for 7.1 if you're fresh to Hunter, and hopefully this way people will stop watching my pre-patch guide and being like, mate, you're not even casting Windburst, mate. And it's like, well, maybe if you had bothered to even watch the guide or read the description, you would have known that it was my pre-patch guide. But this is for 7.1, so this is up to date as far as we are concerned. So, starting fresh, you have talents. First row, you want to take Edgy Teenager's Dream, because it's the best talent, and having a pet is a pain in the ass. So, you might be thinking to yourself, but these two are pretty good for damage. It's like, yeah, but as soon as you switch talent targets, your pet is going to have to go run over to that target, and you're going to lose damage. Next row, you want to take RNGesus, because we hate ourselves, and nothing else is good enough. This row is Survival, but I like Post-Haste. This row is Patient Sniper, no exceptions. Explosive Shot requires skill, which we don't have, and Sentinel requires paying attention, which I don't like to do. This row, you would want to take Binding Shot if you need to group up some adds. You take Wyvern Sting if you want to put something to sleep. I use this for world questing. This row, you take Murder of Crows for single target and pure boredom. Barrage if you have more than one target and they're spread out or close together, or, you know, for pulling seagulls or pulling instances or scaring away all your friends, that kind of thing. And Volley is starting to make its way up there, but it's not quite high enough on damage yet to justify using it. And the last one you want is Snakes on a Plane, because, again, you have to manage these, and they're tough to use. And this one just does more damage than all of them, so why try to complicate things? Stats are still going to be Weapon DPS is your highest priority. How you get Weapon DPS is by increasing the item level of the relics you put into your weapon. Next is Mastery. That is your best secondary stat, period. Agility is after that. Haste, Critical Strike, Versatility. Results may vary. If you guys haven't taken the time yet, I highly recommend downloading Pawn, getting Simcraft, simming your character, and getting your own stat weights, because each character is different, and your stats may vary, especially if you get the really crappy leggings that are like one of the worst for hunters. Yay! So that is the stats. Weapon DPS, Mastery, Agility, Haste, Critical Strike, Versatility. And that's a little bit different depending on each character, but that's the general guideline you want to go with. If you're having trouble with Pawn, you can watch my video in the Improve Yourself section about setting up Pawn and Simcraft. That'll help you out tremendously. So in terms of the path you guys should be on, you should have started here. You would have gone this way, up, and to Bullseye first. Then you should have gone to Legacy of the Windrunner second. You should have gone to Call of the Hunter third, and now you should be working your way up to filling in the rest of these, and then you'll start filling in Wind Flight arrows. And as I said earlier, your relics, the best relics for hunters, are always the ones that increase your item level. And then if it's a tie, you want to get Quick Shot, because any reduction you can do to True Shot is going to help out your damage tremendously. So, quick recap. This way up first to Bullseye, then to Legacy of the Windrunners, then up to Call of the Hunter, and then fill out your bow. You want to start by going up this way, because Quick Shot is a really good skill. So, that covers the basics. What do you need to know about 7.1? They added in a potion called a Potion of Prolonged Power, and it gives you 2,500 of all your stats, which is really good, but it's not quite as good as Deadly Grace. So here's how the breakdown goes. If you have a bunch of mobs, you want to use Potion of Prolonged Power, technically. And if you're in purely single target, you want to use just Potion of Deadly Grace. But to be honest, they're like within 2,000 or 3,000 damage of each other. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much, and Potion of Prolonged Power is way more inexpensive. So if you're not pushing, 85+% on logs, I recommend maybe just cheaping out and doing the Potions of Prolonged Power. But just so we formally go over it, Potion of Deadly Grace is technically a little bit better. Food, you still want to be using Mastery. I'm still poor with the Barracuda Murgle Gurgle because Naomi keeps burning all my food. But you want to do anything that gives you Mastery, and then on pure single target fights, you want to use the Fish Brule special. So that would be like Nathendra and Ursoc. You'd use, on Heroic at least, you'd use the Fish Brule special. So, we had mentioned the opener before, and I didn't quite get this down until recently, so I wanted to go over it with you guys because it'd be a little confusing. So the name of the game with your opener as a hunter is to fit in as many marked shots as you possibly can. So with True Shot, the effects of True Shot, every time you use Sidewinders, it will apply Hunter's Mark to the target. Even if this is not glowing yellow, it will still apply Hunter's Mark to the target. So what you want to do is at the beginning of a pull, you want to use your True Shot, and you want to try to fit in 4 marked shots. It becomes really easy with Heroism and Bloodlust, and it becomes slightly harder if you don't have those things. So I'm going to go over the rotation for you, but first let me talk about the priority in case you guys don't know. Your highest damage is Marked Shot when the target is vulnerable. Your second priority is Wind Burst. Your third priority is Barrage. Your fourth priority is Aim Shots when vulnerable is on the target. And your last priority is using your Sidewinders. So you can let this glow yellow for a while as long as this doesn't hit 2. So the opener looks something like this. You're gonna pre-pot, you're gonna use Wind Burst, then you're gonna use True Shot Aura, Sidewinders, Barrage, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Sidewinders, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Sidewinders, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Sidewinders, etc. until your True Shot Aura expires, and then you're going to go into your normal rotation. Now, because of the hotfix they made to Wind Burst that it scales with your Mastery, this is a really good ability to use. So you see here how it says 587,377. If I eat something with Mastery, you're going to see it go up. So because they fixed the way Wind Burst works now, it does a lot of damage. So if you're suffering in damage, what you should start thinking to yourself is, can I fit in more Wind Bursts? Should I fit in more Mark Shots? And can I fit in more Aim Shots? And that will almost guaranteed increase your DPS. So now we go back and look at this, and it's 594,039. So you're getting the point there. So I'm going to do my opening rotation. Hopefully you guys can keep up. I'm going to go into the normal rotation for a little bit. And that'll pretty much be it, guys. Like I said, nothing's really changed for 7.1. So let's say you were about to pull. Timer. Can I do a DVM pull? Yeah. All right, so here we go.
5, 4.
Take my potion
3,
now.
2, 1.
Wind Burst, True Shot, Sidewinders, Barrage, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Sidewinders, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Sidewinders, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, Aim Shot because of lock and load, and one more in there. Good. Sidewinders, Aim Shot. Good to go. Then I'm going to go Wind Burst. Barrage is my second cooldown. Sidewinders, Mark Shot, Mark Shot. Or sorry, Aim Shot, Aim Shot, Mark Shot, Mark Shot. And we're going to dump our focus on Aim Shots. This popped up, so we're going to Sidewinders, Aim Shot, Mark Shot, Wind Burst, Aim Shot, and then Barrage. That's pretty much all there is to it, guys. You see how I'm waiting on this because it hasn't procced yet. It hit 2, so I got to use it. I'm going to dump some focus before I use it again. I'm going to Sidewinders, Aim Shot, Mark Shot, Wind Burst, Aim Shot, fit in another Aim Shot, and now we'll wait for our Barrage to come up. We'll use that because we don't want to delay it by too much. Our Sidewinders, Aim Shot, Mark Shot, Aim Shot, fit in one more Aim Shot there, Wind Burst, Sidewinders, Aim Shot, Mark Shot. Maybe wait for Barrage to come off cooldown. So you guys get the point. So the only tricky bit was that opener, and like I said, you pre-pot, then you Wind Burst, you pop your True Shot Aura, you Sidewinders, you Barrage or Murder of Crows, Then you go mark shot, aim shot, sidewinders, 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 mark shot. And then you go into your... The idea with the opener is you want to fit in 4 marked shots. That's how you're going to do the most amount of damage. And that's pretty much it for the rotation. So one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because when I look at people's logs on Hunter's Discord, the number one thing I see for people is they're like, well, why isn't my damage that good? You know, I did consistently, I did pretty good throughout the fight, but I'm not doing the same as, you know, X Hunter. And let me talk about this for a second. So the biggest mistake I see Hunters making is they will use their True Shot aura at 30%. This is especially on Ursoc and stuff like that. It is absolutely imperative that you save your second True Shot for 20%. So what you want to do is at 20%, you want to barrage to get your bullseye stacks up, which will increase your critical strike. So let me open that up real quick here. This increases your critical strike stacking up to 30 times. So you bullseye to increase your critical strike. Then you use your True Shot at 20% or less. You use your True Shot and your potion at the same time and at 20% or less. And that is how you will do the most amount of damage. So let's say you're fighting Ursoc and your guild lusts or heroism or bloodlusts at 30%. I know the temptation is real to hit your True Shot aura to stack it up, but you need to save it for 20%, because if your guild's damage is high enough, your bloodlust will still be up at 20%, and you can benefit from True Shot aura and your bullseye, and you'll see your damage just spike through the roof. So that's the biggest mistake I see Hunters making, is using their True Shot before 20%. Make sure that your last True Shot is always at 20% or less. I can't think of a fight where that doesn't remain true. Okay, so 20% or less for your last True Shot. And that's about it. Like I said, not too much has changed in 7.1, so it's good for Hunters. We're not getting nerfed or buffed. We're still pretty strong. We're still owning AoE fights, which is good. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed the no BS style, and like, comment, subscribe. You know, to show me that I guess you guys still like these videos or not. Oh yeah, one quick thing. You guys should be using Marked of the Hidden Satyr on your neck piece pretty much always. There's not it's not quite as good for AoE damage. It's not as good as Trained Soldier, but it's up there. So you want Marked of the Hidden Satyr. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and they fixed the tooltip on Bloodthirsty Instinct. So now your raid leader doesn't have a reason to deny it to you. So happy hunting, guys, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.